Hey everybody, I'm Rebecca with RebeccasRoadmap.com, and today I want to tell you about the book that I have been reading for the month of January. And it is Make It Happen by Lara Casey. And Lara created the Powersheets product. I'm sure you've heard about that. And this book kind of does the lead up to the Powersheets and then kind of takes you through Powersheets prep week. So I think it's a really good book to read if you are interested in the Powersheets. I'm going to give you a little bit more background about why she has the Powersheets, but also if you don't have Powersheets and you can't afford Powersheets, you can just buy the book and read it and kind of create your own little system that kind of goes through goal setting and all the things that Powersheets does so great. Couple of notes about this book. Number one, Lara is a Christian, and this book greatly references God in Scripture in the Bible and her thoughts and beliefs. So if that's not your kind of thing, you may not want to read this. I didn't have a problem with it, but just letting you know. The other thing is, this book needs time. It really needs time for you to go through. She's got lots of questions you need to ask yourself. And you can kind of delve in depth into your psyche. Let's say that, yeah. But she poses some really good questions that we don't stop and think about. So this was my little reading journal, and I think so far I've written in over half of it. I'm still kind of going through the end of the book and the kind of Powersheets prep, which I already did in my Powersheets, so I was going to just wait and take the time and go through there when I had time. I didn't have the time right now to dedicate to basically another week of prep work, so I'm just going to kind of work through that as I can over the next couple of weeks. So I've got my notes. I'm going to kind of just tell you a little bit about this. I definitely think if you are a Lara Casey fan and a Powersheets fan, that this book is a must read. It goes into more depth about some of the stories that she tells about her life if you watch her videos and webinars. So I think it's really good. Chapter 1 is entitled Chasing Perfect. And this is something Lara did that was like a big theme in her life. She's always just worked and chased perfection. That's not necessarily something in my life. Mine's kind of the opposite. I look and go, I really need to do that, and then I don't do it. Chapter 2 is my favorite chapter in the book. It's Meet Your Fear. She does a really good job both here and in the Powersheets of kind of walking you through the most common fears, because quite frankly most people have the same fears, and kind of helps you face them and kind of helps you find perspective about your fears and helps you realize that everyone does have fears. So that was my favorite chapter in the book, and quite frankly one of my favorite things about the Powersheets. Chapter 3 is in the extremes, like the extreme of thinking you need to work 24/7 to get where you need to go. Lara's very much about busy extremes. I'm very much about lazy extremes. That has been my problem in life. Chapter 4 is Find an Anchor. Now, Lara's anchor is God, and she has a really good quote in here that I'm going to share with you. It says, surround yourself with reminders of what matters for the times when the waves come crashing, trying to pull you away from your anchor. So there's going to be some rough seas in life, and you really need to have an anchor so that you can keep on your path. Chapter 5 is Decide That You Can. So many of us decide that we can't before we even try. So you just need to, quite frankly, decide that you can and then go do it. And if you fail, then you know where you went wrong, right? But what if you don't fail? What if you can do it? So believe that you can. Chapter 6 is Let It Go. And we all know that we have things that we just need to let go and not worry about. These are the things that we have done wrong in our lives, the shame and the guilt that we have, the things that we think are almost unforgivable. Everybody's done stuff in their life that they're not proud to admit. I know I have, I know other people have. So you just need to let it go and move forward. Okay, that's part 1. That kind of lays the groundwork for everything. And then she's got part 2, which is take the leap. This is one of the quotes from the start of part 2. When you are down to nothing, God is up to something. Oh, that was pretty good. So chapter 7 is leap into trust. And she says you need to really look at, are you acting on faith or are you acting on feelings? Are you chasing what really feels good, or are you really looking to see if you're going down the right path? Chapter 8 is take a leap of faith. So sometimes the only possible next step is to take a bold leap of faith. So she talks about what are the things that you're not leaping forward into because you don't have any faith. This is another one of the quotes that I really liked. Failure will get you further than fear. Failure has the potential to guide us to be better, to summon our strength, and to push forward with greater determination. And then chapter 9 is leap into what matters. So this is stop the glorification of busy. Do you have so many things going on in your life that you're just extremely busy, but you're not getting the things done that really matter to you? So that chapter kind of talks about that. Part 3 of the book is live on purpose. So the next chapter is chapter 10, and that is follow the real success equation. And one of the quotes I like from this part is, the goal of life isn't to make a lot of money, it's to make a life that means something. All that is pretty true, right? I think we're chasing things and thinking that money will get us what we want in life, but really what we want is a life that means something. Okay, and this chapter is really the only chapter where Lara addresses lazy. And she says, lazy is busy's sister, cut from the same cloth, but expresses herself in a different way. Lazy stems from the same fear of never being enough and apathetically withdraws. Lazy is often afraid to fail, try, or be anything significant. Lazy says someone else can do the work. So, okay, lazy is my problem. I don't know if busy is your problem or lazy is your problem, but she does address that a little bit in the book. Okay, I really think the lazy part is actually chapter 11 because I'm looking at my notes and I didn't write that down. The next chapter is chapter 12, which is follow him. It says, nowhere in the Bible did God say, follow your dreams or follow your heart. He simply said, follow me. And then part 4 is your guide to make it happen, which is the power sheets kind of prep part of the book. So I'm not going to go through that. I'll link my power sheets prep video where I talk about that down below if you're interested, because it's kind of very similar. And the last quote I want to leave you with is, I didn't want to do hard work or get my hands dirty. I just wanted whatever was easy and instant. So I think sometimes we kind of fall into that trap of easy and instant gratification and not putting in the work to do the things that we want to do. So again, this is the Make It Happen book by Lara Casey, and I highly recommend this read. I enjoyed reading it over the month of January. If you've read this book, please leave a comment down below and let me know what you thought about it. And if you haven't read it and want to read it, just say yes down in the comments below. And as always, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you aren't subscribed, hit that subscribe button because we're going to try to do this again in the month of February if you want to play along. And thank you very much for watching my video. I will see you next time. Bye.